Welcome to another episode of Cinematic Anarchy, where today we're going to be sitting down with Matt and Rachel of the Strange and Beautiful Book Club podcast to discuss Krull.
Krull.
Liam
I
Neeson's
felt that
first
inflection was
movie.
perfect. Yeah. Oh, Krull.
Liam Neeson's first movie.
I expected him to have a bigger role in this movie, and he did not have a very big role in this movie.
No, because he's like a regular dude. He was not
He's
Liam
just an
Neeson. He was just
extra,
like
basically.
a dude. Yeah.
It's like, I am here, I am rough guy, I am dead. That's literally his entire arc in this.
Rough guy with many, many wives.
Yes.
So
Liam Neeson could get it.
Yeah, this is us also dipping outside of the barbarian territory back into sword and sorcery.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
It is.
I think we go hard back the other way over the next few films, but this is
definitely. Yeah.
I don't think there were a lot of greased up, oiled up guys in this film at all.
No, but there were laser swords. That were also just swords if you turned them around.
It's like in Final Fantasy VIII, the gunblade.
There were lasers on one side, and then if they flipped them around, they were swords. And so they'd shoot people, and then they'd be like, now it's time for the clobbering, and they turned it around. Like, you could have just lasered everybody, and the movie would have been over.
Or you could have gotten rid of the entire, King of the Galaxy arc and just had a sword and sorcery film.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't like the moving castle? It moves at dawn.
First thought in my head when the movie opened, I'm like, oh, this was the inspiration for Space Mountain, right?
I love how this movie had no idea what it was, and it did not give a shit. It was like, am I sci-fi? I don't know.
Just kept going.
Am I fantasy? I don't know. Can I be both? Probably not, but I'm just going to do it anyway.
There was a room full of guys just going, this is not confusing enough yet. No, you know what else we could do? Let's just throw this in here.
Look, Krull walked so He-Man could run.
We have a mountain that basically, a mountain from space that just lands out of nowhere. And then for some reason, with all this space age technology, they're still going from place to place on horseback.
Yes. Well, they don't have space age technology. Only the
swords.
The mountain guy.
I mean,
well, no, that's the bad guys from the mountain.
Oh, they don't have. Okay. So this is basically
the Reavers. They have a name. I can't remember. They have like a
maybe
special
I missed that. I thought that they all basically had some sort of laser sword technology, but maybe I'm wrong.
Just the minions of the Beast.
The Beast.
I like how the whole opening montage is him landing on the planet, and then immediately there's lore about the Beast, and it disappears and reappears every dawn, but it doesn't actually It can teleport in space, so why was it traveling through space at the beginning?
Maybe it can only teleport on a planetary scale, but not interstellar.
Interstellar, okay. Maybe it has to land. Like it can't teleport to the ground.
Maybe it can only do it in a strong gravity well.
It's just it's screwed up.
It's using the energy of the planet.
Every night at midnight, it gets ejected back into space and has to land someplace new. But they make it look like it just appears out of nowhere.
He's like, woo!
The movement of the castle at dawn is not the castle's doing; it's the planet's defense system.
And it really is. It really is just a mountain,
and it has to relog in with a random spawn.
Yeah. Like, it's not even really a ship. It's a mountain. Because a mountain full of trap rooms? Like, I don't know. I always felt like somebody watched Star Wars and they were like, I want to make that movie. But I can't make that movie because it's already been made. And they were like, but what if I made the laser swords, not laser swords, but like lasers and swords. And then they just went from there.
Like sort of like Excalibur meets Indiana Jones meets Star Wars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they were like, okay, here's what we need. We need a random boy king guy who has to go on an adventure and gather a group of plucky people.
This guy who's supposed to be a boy king but does not look like a boy king at all.
Oh, no, he's fully 45 years old. Yeah,
right?
No.
Like he's supposed to be playing like he's in his early 20s, but he definitely does not look it.
Is he in anything else ever?
I have no idea.
The girl
did not look up anything that this guy was in.
The girl is. She's also in Dracula Dead and Loving It with Leslie Nielsen.
Yeah, I've seen her in several places.
She's dubbed in this. Did you know that? That's
She
not her
is?
voice.
Because
That's
she
Yes.
has
not
a
her
British.
voice at all?
The actress
No.
has a British accent.
And they didn't want her to have a British accent, so they dubbed her. Rather
So
than
that
let her
was
do an accent, a non-accent, they
Ken
dubbed her.
Marshall, who is fully bald now,
Oh
Oh
no.
who's
no.
known for this movie and apparently a miniseries called Marco Polo.
Oh no.
He's been in some things, but it's all like bit and piece work. Like he had like an episode in Quantum Leap, The Commish, Empty Nests, Star Trek
Okay.
Deep Space Nine. You know, it's
So
all
a bunch
like,
of one-off stuff.
yeah, it's all one-off stuff.
I always
But he
wonder
was
about
like
those people.
the
Like you
focus of Krull and Marco Polo.
get this movie, you get Krull, and you're like, this is it. I've made it. I'm gonna be like,
This is my career
this
now.
is my career now. Like I'm gonna headline this movie, and then I'm gonna be Brad Pitt or Tom Cruise for the rest of my life. I've got it. And then you do it, and then the movie's shit, and nobody hires you ever again. Like kind of like in Star Wars Episode 1, where that I always feel bad for that kid that got hired to be Anakin.
And now he works at like a sunglasses
Can
hut.
you imagine? Like you're a kid, you like Star Wars, you go out for Star Wars, you get to be Anakin, and then you just get shit on for the rest of eternity.
Yeah,
Which for
well, I
something
mean,
that was
bad
not your
placement.
fault.
Bad placement altogether.
Like it's not your fault George Lucas sucks as a director. It's not
Mhm.
your fault that, that was not a great movie. Like that's not his fault, but then
I don't think George Lucas sucks as a director. I just think that he is overly ambitious, and when technology finally caught up to what he wanted to be able to do, he didn't realize that he also had to kind of be faithful to the people that already kind of bowed down to his original vision,
yeah.
what he was able to
Yeah,
do
and
back in the
the
70s and 80s.
one of the most impressive things about the original Star Wars trilogy is all the practical effects. And he was like, nah, digital.
Now that I have
CG, yeah.
digital, to hell with practical effects.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
You know what he
our,
should have done? Just helicopter a guy to the top of the mountain and film him climbing the mountain for like 45 minutes
our
in
good friend here,
umpire pants.
Right. Those
My
are some
brain-
tight pants.
Oi.
my brain
Oi.
backtracked a minute. Sorry. Our good friend Ken Marshall was also involved in a terrible film that Rebecca De Mornay had done called Feds.
Okay. So he's batting 100 is what you're saying.
Yeah, basically,
He's
like,
Yeah.
consistent.
this was the best thing that he ever did. That's saying something.
Oh no.
Krull.
Yep.
I don't hate
This
Krull.
is
It's
the top of the
entertaining.
heap for him.
Krull is beautiful, beautiful nonsense. There's nothing that happens in this movie.
Right. and This is a great background movie because you can tune in at any moment and you don't,
Yeah.
even if you were watching continuously, you
Slayers.
still wouldn't know what was happening.
And, if you've seen this movie and you see a picture of the Slayers, you can hear them in your head. They're like, sound
Yeah.
that they make every time they pop up. You can hear them. Like, it's memorable for a variety of reasons. The
There
fact
was-
that it makes no sense being among them.
Mhm.
There was definitely some H.P. Lovecraft kind of, I want to say, thoughts behind the creature itself, the space creature,
Mhm.
Yeah.
the beast.
I've always found the seer, the like green guy, far more terrifying than the beast. If we'd made him the bad guy, I'd have been a lot more scared of this movie.
Yeah.
Because he's like all one color, because he has the white beard and he's super, super pale. And then he gets killed like immediately and replaced with an evil version of himself.
And the only time you see him with his eyes open, it's after he's been replaced.
Yeah.
And
Can
so
you
his
tell I
eyes are
don't-
just solid color.
I've watched this movie twice, and I'm like trying to even remember some of the stuff about it because it was so ridiculous.
Well, we open in that, like the sets in this movie are ridiculous because we open in that giant like castle set.
Mhm.
And it opens immediately on these two people have met and fallen in love, even though their kingdoms are at war. And so they show up and trade insults. And then they're like, but I'm going to get married to him, Dad, because I met him a week ago and he's super hot. And then we had the marriage ceremony where they're like, I put fire in the water. And she's like, I take fire from the water. And I'm like, hold up. Everybody on this planet has fire powers and we don't use that at any point ever.
Well, it has to be the climactic moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, like, oh, by the way, this. Yeah.
Right. And then he meets Twofer Howitt. I don't know what his real name is,
The
but
actor, yeah.
he's Twofer Howitt in the 1987
The old
dude.
man.
The old man. And he's like, hey, you know that legendary weapon that you need to defeat the beast, even though the beast just showed up, but in Legend we know how to defeat him and we need the legendary weapon, I know where it is.
So I
Go
feel
climb
like
that
this beast keeps returning like
Mm.
every so often to lay siege to the area.
He doesn't seem like, I don't know, what is he?
Like what is he harvesting? Does he go around harvesting wives?
Minerals? What is he there for?
Maybe it's I mean, it could just be women in general. He finds one, heads off with her. Oh, I've worn this one out, comes back.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Cuz like they're like, we have to stop him from marrying her or the whole world will end. And it's like, okay, but how though?
Maybe the other women rejected him. And he's like, oh, okay, well, I have to go back and find one that won't reject me. I have to convince
Yeah.
one of these women to marry me to.
Yeah. And I can show up as any form at all and I'm going to look like weird ugly teeth monster thing.
Gonna look like
That's
a
how I'm
mind
gonna
flayer from D&D, basically, without the
that's how I'm going to
tentacles.
seduce them. Like I could seduce
Maybe
them
the
as
last
anything.
planet it was on, that it was like a beautiful member of the species.
Well, he can't adapt to what's pretty. I mean, he could have looked like Liam Neeson and been like, "Hey," and she'd have been like, "I mean, all right,
Yeah, but
I could make sacrifices."
I mean, Matt's got a fair point. You know, just because we have one version of beautiful doesn't mean that's not what beautiful was on his planet or
That's
its planet. I
true.
can't tell if that's a he or a she.
I don't think it matters.
I don't think so either. We're putting too much thought into it.
Yeah, we put
Yeah.
more
More
thought
thought
into
than
it than
they
they did. Yeah, for sure.
Anytime you ask, "Oh, what's the story behind that in the movie in Krull?" You're looking too far.
Wait,
Yeah, it's
story?
too
Huh?
deep.
That was supposed to be a
No,
story? Are you sure?
no, it's a hero's journey, but like literally just the hero on a journey. Like he's not even going anywhere.
I like that the opening scene with Colwyn, for some reason they chose to added to his studded leather armor was for some reason like this Spanish Inquisition helmet.
Yeah.
Like he needs a helmet. What helmet
It's,
would absolutely look the
It's
worst?
formal regalia.
Yeah, but it's studded leather in that it has like 5 studs that are each
Right.
4 inches wide. Like they're just they're like the biggest studs. Like any ambitious sword is just going to slide
This
along
is
the stud and
foreshadowing
straight
for
to the
him being a giant stud.
Oh, is that what it was?
Sure.
Yeah, well that's why
Sure.
he's got his shirt unbuttoned the entire time. Because he's like, look at all this chest hair. Like, where'd that come from? Did they glue that on? He doesn't look like he would have chest hair. Oh my God. And then I love the part where this movie is so boring in parts. Like the part where he's climbing the mountain. He's climbing the mountain for fucking ever. And they literally had a guy do that. Like they just filmed a guy climb. This was one of the most expensive movies ever made when it was made.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
For the helicopter, I
Why?
think. I don't know. Because he has
Why
to go up there and
invest
then
that
he's like,
much in it?
and then he's like, hey, look, lava. Oh, and he just reaches in the lava, which is, again, everyone on this planet has secret fire powers.
Hmm?
But
Yeah,
nobody
like-
uses
They're
them.
resistant to lava.
If
Yeah.
he's resistant to lava, like, is it just the heat that he's resistant to?
I don't know.
Like,
Like,
Because
I could
it's
go
enough.
swimming in lava, and this is just like a bath to
It's
me.
maybe it's
Right.
only implied that it's lava.
That's what Matt, he was like,
yeah.
maybe it's not lava. And I'm like, what is it?
It's just-
Glowing water?
yeah.
Like,
River of ectoplasm, like in
It could be.
Ghostbusters 2, you know?
Mm-hmm. Whatever it is, it coats the glaive because he pulls
it's
it
a
out and he's like,
stasis chamber for the glaive.
Yeah.
Maybe when you use like it's battery powered, but the battery doesn't last that long, and then it takes hundreds of years to recharge.
Hmm.
You can use it for like a few months.
The glaive.
Oh,
Well, he doesn't get it
It's
back,
done.
does he? Doesn't he leave it in the Beast, or does he get it back? God,
I
I've
don't
seen this movie. I can't
think
even
he
tell you how
got
many
it back.
times.
I thought he did get it back.
I think he does at the very end. He can't call it back because at one point it's like stuck in the Beast.
Yeah, I think he does it like they're getting ready to
Stuck in
leave,
the
and then
beast,
tries
but-
one more time, and I think he gets it out.
I will say I was watching Ready Player One with the kids very begrudgingly, and there's a scene where somebody pulls out the glaive and uses it as a weapon, and I was like, "Oh, the glaive! I get that. I know that
So many
reference."
references. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to watch the movie again because now I'll know the reference. Because I don't think I've watched this prior to this. Actually, I know that I haven't watched this prior to
You've
this, but
never
I'd remember
watched
this.
Krull? Oh my
No.
god! Every time it was on TV, my dad would put Krull on. He'd be like, "Oh, Krull," and I don't know why, because it's a terrible movie. But I've seen it so many times, it's like Stockholm syndrome. I'm like, "Ooh, Krull," and I put it on.
This has got to be like the early '80s version of Princess Bride, basically.
Yeah, they were trying
Except
for
for
high
this is
fantasy.
nonsense.
They were trying for high fantasy, but they were like high fantasy, but
Fantasy, but you're high.
Yes, thank you. That's where I was going with that. Because then he's like, "Let's go on a journey," and him and the old guy are like traveling, but where are they traveling to? Because he's like, "We have to go rescue your girlfriend slash fiance slash maybe kind of wife, or the world will end." And you're like, "Okay, but clarification needed. Why will the world end if he marries a woman?"
Right.
I'm guessing this is sort of like a son of Satan kind of thing. Like he marries the woman, consummates the marriage, and a child is born that consumes the universe or something to that nature. He needs like a female human host.
I think you have put more into it than was actually in the movie. But I mean, that's a good one. That could be why. But they literally
That's
are
as
just
logical as anything else they try to explain.
They're literally just like, "Or the world will end," and everyone's like, "Cool, got it, heard. Yeah, world will end. Let's go do this." And so then they start traveling, but like they don't know where the castle is. It changes every morning.
Right. That's why they immediately go to the seer.
Oh, I think they're traveling to the seer.
Yeah, they travel to the seer,
okay.
and then they travel to the lady in the web.
And he's like, we're gonna need more people. And he's like, we'll find them along the way. That's fine. And you know what? They do. They do. Because then the bandits show up and he's like, "Hey, bandits.
The real treasure
Guess what?
is the friends you made along the way.
I'm the king." And they're like, "Oh my God, you're the king. We will follow you." Instead of being like, "We will murder you and take the key to our own shackles. And then we don't have to fight the beast and die. And we still get to be free."
Yeah.
And he's like, "I know you're honorable men." How do you know they're honorable men? You don't know what they did to be put in prison. You don't know what they did.
Someone has to start with trust.
Is that the moment to start with trust, though?
I'm thinking
a whole bunch
probably
of
not.
escaped convicts pop out of the bushes and they're like, "Give us all your money," and you're like, "You guys seem real nice. You seem like
It's
good
a strategy
people."
in a situation where you're outnumbered
I guess.
to bluff.
I
You know
don't
what? You're shackled. You tried to rob me. I need you by my side when I'm king.
Yeah. You will be
You
my
appear
Lord
to
Marshal.
be resourceful men.
You're the kind of people that I want to Okay, you died. You're the kind of people that Okay, you died. This one guy is the kind of people that I want.
I know, everybody but one. Literally everybody dies by the end because they're all like, "Okay, yeah, no, we're going to do this to get our freedom." You have your freedom. You're free right now. You are currently free.
But they couldn't go like live in town where they might be recognized.
They could go to this is a huge planet.
That's true.
They ride the fire mares for like 10,000 leagues or some shit. Like they go longer on the fire mares than it would take to go around the entire Earth. This is a giant planet. They could go anywhere. Get yourself a fire mare, since apparently that's easy to do. Just grab one, ride it for a couple of hours, pick the first town you see. No one's going to know who you are. You're not even going to be in the same kingdom anymore.
Maybe a different continent.
I think I had mentioned this before, but I absolutely love that interlude, which you basically see the fire mares taking them cross country, basically setting fire to everything in their way.
Yes.
Just starting forest fires.
Yeah. The ba-da-da-da-da-da-da. They're like flying off into the distance.
The most destructive form of land travel for them.
Yes.
Yeah. It's like we're burning down villages and entire forests, but we're getting there fast.
I think if we had
it's high fantasy AI.
Well, I think if we had a single theme that united every single movie we've watched so far, it's animal cruelty. Because there's the part where they're getting the horses and they pull the one horse like down the side of the mountain and it falls and it like slides and then it's trying to stand up as it's like sliding down these rocks. And I was like, oh yeah, PETA wasn't there on the set that day, was it?
No, definitely not.
No. And then they're like, were these actually wild horses? Because these horses look terrified. And they're trying to put a saddle on them. I want to know if anybody got hurt.
And they don't look happy to be there at all.
No. And then they're like, "Okay, Cyclops guy, you coming with us?" And he's like, "Nah." And they're like, "You know you want to." And he's like, okay. Like, I know I'm gonna die, but
Cyclops
it's better.
guy. The Cyclops people in general get the most lore in this entire movie.
Yes, correct.
The whole
yes.
backstory about them basically trading in their second eye to be able to see the future, and the only thing that they really get to see is the moment of their death.
Right.
It's like the Centauri.
And it implies
Babylon
that
5.
the beast is literally capable of altering an entire species to make them capable of seeing their own death. But he can't withstand
The glaive.
a circular throwing knife and a flamethrower.
Basically.
And he tries to kill a bunch of people with wall spikes. He's like, I can alter space and time. So stay in this room while spikes slowly come out at your face.
Well, they can't alter
Ooh,
space.
ooh,
time.
how about all these booby trap rooms are not booby trap rooms.
Uh-huh.
It's like habitat enrichment for his pets. And the humans just came in the pet door.
I mean, could be.
The hell, man, my cats don't get impaled on these. What are you doing?
He's a nearly all-powerful space alien with a magical teleporting castle, and he's defeated by a dude with a throwing knife, a guy who can only change himself into other animals, a kid with a stick, and a band of plucky outlaws.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like those spiders that keep tiny frogs as their pets.
Yeah.
Because the spiders are so big that most of the insects that can eat their eggs are too small for them to defend against. And so the little frog keeps the small pests away, and his pet frog is gone.
Yeah.
And so he's susceptible to the undersized invaders.
I mean, maybe, but isn't that why he has the slayers? But they're not in his castle. They're only on the outside of his castle.
Yeah.
Oh, I think they run into a couple bands when they're walking around inside the castle.
Yeah, there were a
Anyway,
handful just
Maybe they're right
inside.
at that threshold of being able to overpower the pet frogs, but still too small.
The part where this movie
It's like
always
the stuff you breathe in that can damage your lungs.
Oh yeah.
It's big enough to be carried in, but it's too small for your lungs to breathe it out.
Like that.
Yep.
Yes. The part where this movie always transitions fully into parody for me is when we get the lady who is masquerading as one of Liam Neeson's like wives' best friends. And they're making out, like she's about to make out with the prince guy, Colwyn. And then she's like, I could have killed you, but I fell in love with you like the minute I saw you. And anyway, like, just so you know, I could have killed you and I didn't. And then she gets killed. And it's like, wait a minute, what? What does he have some kind of superpower? Because that's what he did to the
That's
princess
his inner
too.
fire.
That's what he did to the princess too, because they fell in love immediately. He's just got that riz.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see it.
I
don't
know.
see it. Just
No, because it doesn't exist. It
it's
just
not-
tells us it's there.
goofy naivety is what it is.
I mean, it's kind of like the Beastmaster, where they were playing like this guy was super hot and he looked like he would have a hard time solving arithmetic. Like, and that's basically what they're like, oh, this guy's really hot. And you're like, okay, really?
He's
mean-
so hot, but if you ask him a question, that whole thing's going to lock up.
I know. He's just like,
The gears are going to stop dead.
Processing.
did you know I'm king? Like, I think I'm king because my dad died. And like, this guy showed up. I want to know, did they give the actor, the old man or whatever, did they give him instructions about how to use the salves in his bag? Or were they just like, apply it, it's head on, apply it to the forehead. Like, just do what you need to do.
Just put it somewhere and pretend that's where it's supposed to be.
Because every time it's different. Like the one where he like wipes it across the forehead very dramatically, and then the guy wakes up like, why would that work? I
thought he was going to use like smelling salts or something. I thought that's what they were going for, and then it's just okay.
Yeah. No, I think this guy needed a new kitchen because he's been in other stuff. Like he's probably the most famous actor of everybody who's in this.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
skinnier.
at the time that it's filmed, obviously Liam Neeson is the one. Oh, and Hagrid is in this.
Yep.
Robbie
I forget his real
Coltrane.
name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
He's one of the
yes.
bandits.
That kind of surprised me. I saw him with like it's what, a flat top dude and a mustache.
Right?
He looked like he was going
It's
out
a
for like
choice.
Mario or something like that in like an
Yes.
old Super Mario movie, but no.
There's
I
a couple
legitimately
people.
thought you were drinking from WD-40 for like 2 seconds.
Keeps
know,
me
just-
lubricated.
It's like what is he drinking?
just
Okay.
getting through Krull. That's what we're doing. Whatever it takes. Oh my god. And then we go meet the lady Jessica, another Dune actress, the
Mhm.
lady in the web. That's probably my favorite
Yes.
part when he's like, "Look,
Widow
I'm
of the Web.
sorry. I got real busy and I didn't come home." And she's like, "Yeah, and I got so mad. I imprisoned myself in the middle of this web forever
And murdered our child.
because you are such an asshole." Oh yeah, she's being punished for killing her kid or whatever. He's not being
Whatever. Don't worry
he's
about
not
it.
being
Something like
punished for
that.
running off and leaving her for so long. He didn't even know she was pregnant and had a child. Because she's like, we had a kid. And he's like, we what? And she's like, yeah, we had a kid. And he's like, oh my God, where is he? And she's like, no, yeah, I killed that thing at birth. Like, it looked like you and I couldn't handle it. And anyway, that's how I got in the web. I do like the part where he still sees her as the way she looked before.
Even though she kind of looks ancient when he first walks up upon her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he lets her see herself through his eyes. And she's
And
like,
she likes that.
She's like, this is a gift. And in exchange, I will tell you where the castle is, but like, you can't leave. So what are you going to do about it? And he's like, come on, baby. You know there's a way for me to get out. And she's like, okay, I'll do it for you. Even though it will literally kill me and kill you, I'll do it.
Yep.
I'm just asking you to sacrifice yourself for me one more time, like completely.
Yes, but like for
No.
realsies this time.
I'll sacrifice myself too. I swear.
I swear.
There's no
Promise.
halfway this time. Let's do the whole
No.
thing. Come on.
No, and then he comes back and he's like, the castle will be in the Iron Desert. And it's like, how big is the Iron Desert? Can I get specific coordinate? Is it half the planet? It could be the Sahara. It could be half
Right.
the planet. We don't know. He just says Iron Desert. And then they're like, oh, heard. Got it.
This movie
Right.
makes a habit of sacrificing women for men that don't deserve it.
Oh, so like most 80s movies.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, this woman like gave up her life for this guy's quest, even though he had basically left her.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
her
she already-
entire life was basically imprisoned.
She
in this
sacrificed
web.
herself.
Yeah.
The lady in the web sacrificed herself, not for him, but for the woman who shares her name,
Yeah.
who was
Basically,
named in prophecy or whatever.
Or whatever.
it's like, yes, give this to the woman that shares my name.
Yeah, but she had
Okay.
already destroyed her life for him because she was
Yeah.
so mad at him. She got imprisoned in the web.
Yep.
What
Well-
was she before? She can see shit. Like the seer has this whole thing. He's like, I must go to my temple, and we have to like take him out of his secret hidden base.
And here's a woman who can do it without any of the assistance that the man needs.
Yeah, and the beast is like, nah, you can't see where my castle's gonna be. So they got to take him to the special place where he can see where the castle's gonna be. And then they go ask her, and she's like, oh yeah, Iron Desert.
What if
Yeah.
this is just Lissa and Colwyn's future?
Could be.
It's just a loop.
It's just a loop
Basically,
forever.
he ends up the old man, she ends up the woman of the web, and it
It
just
would make-
keeps looping around.
It would make the beast less nerfed, I guess, unless it's a different beast every time. They're like, where did that other guy go? I'm going to go check on him. And then they go
just
to
some
the
shitty
planet.
sword and sorcery Groundhog Day, basically.
Yeah, that would be a better
It's
movie.
just like a right of manhood for the beast species to go off to a planet and get a wife and then come home.
yeah, and this one planet
And
is just
it-
stuck in a stupid
Every
loop.
time they send a creature to this planet,
It never comes back.
dies, and they're
Yeah.
like, what the hell is going on?
It would
It's
explain why
some
they...
version of Colwyn and Lissa basically taking down their beast, but it's every generation.
Yeah,
It's like Link, Zelda, and Ganondorf.
yeah. Well, it would explain why the old man knows where the glaive is.
Because
If
he's the one that handled
put
it
it
the
there.
last time they took down the beast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he changes his name so he doesn't know this is basically his future.
Do we know his name?
Ynir? What?
Okay.
Is that what it is? Yeah. YnYr, Ynir.
Oh, right.
Ynir. Yeah.
Whatever. He
Something
was
to
like,
that nature.
I have eschewed vowels as I have eschewed bathing. Like,
Well, I mean, they used to teach you that Y is sometimes considered a vowel.
Yeah, and this guy took it to heart. He was
Yeah.
like,
Like all
I'm
my
a
vowels are Y. Why? Because that's it. Just because.
the only character I feel even remotely bad for when he dies is the Cyclops.
Yeah.
But he knew that that's how he was going to die anyway.
Which
That's
means
why
you
he
could
didn't
just
fight it.
not go.
Yeah, but he knew that's how
I
he was
mean
going to die.
he
That's
knew
their gift is that they can see
so
the moment of their own death. That's why he didn't
right, but
fight it.
if he was like, "Okay, if I go on that castle, I'm gonna get crushed, and I'm ultimately not gonna help anybody. I'm gonna stay here, over here, and I'm gonna wedge a stick in that door instead."
But
Do
that's what
you
makes
then
his sacrifice so noble and as equally pointless as everything else in this movie.
well, but then do you see a different death? Like, if every time you avoid death is an update, and you're like, "Okay, so that wasn't it." And so if that's how it worked, you could effectively be immortal by just never doing the thing that would lead you
Yeah.
to death.
I mean, that's a fair point.
'Cause he tries to not go because he's like, "No, I'm not gonna go on the fire mares." And they're like, "Come on, baby, you know you
'Cause I
wanna
know
go
where
on the
this
farmers."
leads, though. I know this is going to be the moment of my death.
I know, and he could have been like, "No, if I go with you, I die." And they'd have been like, "Do it anyway." He's like, "Your death is a sacrifice I'm willing to make." That's
Everybody else is dying to save this girl that nobody really cares about other than him.
I know. And then they get to
Just
be
do
king
it.
of not he's not even king of the whole planet. He's king of like Georgia. It's he's king of like one little one kingdom.
Actually, it's more like
Maybe
Delaware.
2
Like
kingdoms.
this little itty bitty kingdom.
Yeah. Yeah, and
Doesn't even have as much land as Georgia.
he's marrying the princess of Rhode Island, and they're gonna like merge their states into one 20-mile by 20-mile kingdom. And all of these people die in order to save him and her. And he's like, "Ha! Ah, yes,
And I
I
will officially
deserved
be the
that."
king of the galaxy in this
He's not
20-mile square.
no, not even king of the galaxy, because then the beast takes
But,
like
but that's the prophecy, is that their son will rule the galaxy.
oh, that's why. You're right, because her son, whoever has
That's
a
why the
son
beast
with
wants
her.
her. I was gonna
Oh,
suggest that later, that maybe it's her son gets to rule the galaxy regardless of who the father is.
right. Okay, so the only consistent thing here is her. So whoever gets to have a baby with her gets to be the father of the king of the galaxy?
What in the patriarchy is
Well,
happening
how
here?
do they become the king of the galaxy? They don't even have space travel. Are they going to ride horses into space?
This is why we
Anything.
needed Krull too.
Or do you think
Maybe there's star mares that can travel.
or do you think this is
interstellar.
like those places that are like best waffles in the United States or best waffles in the world? And you're like, how do you know? And they could literally just put up a sign that's like king of the universe.
Well, because we said so. That's
In
why.
exile.
Yeah, in exile, in that I can't get anywhere
In
ever.
Really,
absentia.
you can't prove it unless you've actually had all of the other waffles.
Exactly.
This
Right.
could possibly be the best waffle in the world, but you can't really prove it until you've had all the waffles in the world. So banking
I
on the
could-
fact that nobody has ever done that.
You can't know. I could declare myself queen of the universe right now. Prove me wrong.
Right. Have you seen any of the other queens that have attempted to be the queen of the universe? No.
I mean, anyone who wants to challenge my claim, please step forward.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
And present your credentials.
I think they were going for us. I think that they would have gone for a series if this had gotten
This
more
had made
traction.
more than $16 million against the $47 million they put into it.
Yes, correct. Yeah, like
Yeah.
that.
That's a big loss.
I had to imagine it's made it back by now because it's definitely like a cult classic. In that you have to, it's a check out this shit movie.
Yeah.
It's not a good movie. It's a, have you ever seen Krull? No. Oh, well, God, check out this shit. Where you sit down and watch it together.
Oh,
it's-
yeah. This is like a movie that you would definitely drink with people. Just kind of sit
Mhm.
down, watch it, have a few beers, and say, it gets better the drunker you are.
What would you do shots to?
Uh,
Every
every
time
time that
Colwyn has very misplaced confidence, he's like, "We're
every
gonna be
time that
fine."
the shapeshifter transforms into an animal that has absolutely nothing to do with what they need help with.
Or you die.
Yes.
'Cause that's every single time. And the first time we meet him, Ynir is like, "Oh, it's fine. He can't actually hurt you." And then the whole rest of the movie, he
Oh yeah,
continues
he's
to
the hill
act
people.
as if and no one seems shocked in any way that this guy can change shape.
It's like randomly ends up as a basset hound at one point for no
Yeah, for the
reason.
little boy, because the
Right.
little boy would needed some cheering up because his
Something.
guardian guy?
I
The seer.
maybe.
The
Uh,
seer?
do you
Well, I know it was
remember
the
how
seer who
he ended
died.
up?
Yeah.
Right. It was whoever it was that was his guardian. I was like, well, we're your family now. Okay, sure. All right.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
the seer guy gets killed, like, immediately because the
All
beast
these.
somehow rules a race of beings that can change shape, but he only does it, like, twice. Because he could just have the you know what? He could have had the Slayers show up as a plucky band of female outlaws, and they'd have all been like,
Mm.
"Fucking join the party, bro," and they could have just killed them all in their sleep, and the whole movie would have been over. He wouldn't have known. He would have been like, "Of course they're following me. I'm really hot."
That would have required the movie to be a little more entertaining, though.
I mean, it
And
would have required a little more thought. Like, the beast would have had to do literally anything to stop him. I mean, he could have just
uh,
taken off. He could have gotten Lissa and just flown off into space.
Right.
he
He
could have,
didn't need
and
to
he didn't.
stay on the planet.
Maybe the child of prophecy has to be conceived on the planet's surface.
Well, he could have landed somewhere else then.
Well, yeah. But
He could have floated about until it was ready to have the baby, landed, have the baby, and then fly
He
off.
probably felt like he was safe. Security through obscurity. Just I show up in a random location that nobody can predict. Even
Right.
I can't predict it, except some people
Except
can
there are
predict it.
people just scattered about the countryside that you can just ask, and they'll be like, "Yeah, no, Iron Desert, it's fine."
Oh no, we've seen
If
this. Yeah,
If the
we know what's about to
Cyclops
happen.
Yeah.
can see his death,
Shouldn't he know where it
if he
happens?
dies in the castle, shouldn't he know where he is?
Yeah.
Okay, now I have to
Could the
ask a
Cyclops
serious
have
question.
known the location this whole time?
There's so many holes in this movie, it's basically just a fishnet. Like, there's
When you guys first saw the Cyclops, did anybody else think that he looked vaguely like a one-eyed 1980s like Dr. Crane from Cheers? He looked vaguely like him.
No, but only because it's hard for me to watch this movie objectively because I've seen it so many times. I know he's blind. That's a
Just
full
The
eye
actor,
prosthetic.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
actor cannot see anything.
Just look at Kelsey Grammer from like the 1980s and the Cyclops like right next to each other, the pictures. I had to look up the picture. I'm like, is this Kelsey Grammer? Is it? It vaguely.
I don't see it.
You don't see it? I mean, maybe it's
I
just
trust
me.
your judgment in this. He
I'm
looks
talking like Cheers era, not like his current form, like what he currently
his
looks like.
current form.
His current form, his evolution.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm
the
like,
kid's favorite movie is Down Periscope, so
that was such a bad movie.
oh, they love that movie. Oh my god. If you let them choose a movie, they're like
Mhm.
Down Periscope. And we have to watch it. I've seen that.
It is a fantastically bad movie. Like it was around the
Oh.
time that they tried to do like a McHale's Navy film as well.
Yeah, it's so dumb, and they love it. And I tried getting them to watch Operation Petticoat because I was like, "That's kind of based on this," and they were so bored. They were like,
Yeah.
"Put back on
No.
the best movie ever made, Down
Yeah.
Periscope." And my daughter tried putting it as her favorite movie on some like online
A thing.
homeschool forum thing that she was a part of, and they put like a note and sent it back. They're like, "You can't put this as your favorite movie."
This is not an appropriate
It's
favorite
not
movie for a
appropriate.
child.
And I was like, what do you mean it's not appropriate?
It's a
Like,
great
oh,
movie.
Am I a bad parent? I don't know.
To give you some insight into how different my children are, my daughter's favorite movie growing up, she didn't like to watch a lot of kids' films. Her favorite movie growing up was Castaway.
Hmm.
Oh.
She would watch that on a loop
I think
when
we
she was
mentioned this on
like
the Catherine O'Hara
9, 10
episode.
years old. Just my son,
It's a
on
good
the other
movie.
hand, his favorite movie growing up was Death to Smoochie. He doesn't remember it now. He doesn't remember it now. Like, he can't remember having watched the film. But it used to be
Okay.
like his, forget Barney or watching any of that stuff. Let's watch Death to
Death to
Smoochie, which is
Smoochie. Interesting.
Yeah, the anti-Barney.
I mean,
the
mine was
night
Earth
and
Girls Are
day of,
Easy.
yeah.
Mine was Earth Girls Are Easy. So
I'm trying to remember what my favorite movie, you know what my favorite movie growing up was? Revenge of the Nerds.
Mm.
it's a good one too.
I liked it enough that I enjoyed the second film, and then the third and fourth films came out, and I was like, what is this hot trash? I can't even believe they
Yeah.
made a fourth film. I think it was like direct to television. It wasn't even
Revenge of
something
the
that,
I mean, there's a couple of humor moments in Revenge of the Nerd that have not aged as well
oh
as
no.
other parts
But
of
Only a
it.
couple?
that can be said for about 95% of
Trying to
comedies
be
from the 80s.
generous. I'm trying to be generous. I mean, yeah. Yeah.
There are some genuinely like, how did you not know this wasn't your boyfriend moments? Like, yeah, he's got the
Yeah.
Darth Vader mask on, but it is the nerd versus the big jock. How did you know that there wasn't like, there's a major difference between the
You
body
couldn't
size and
recognize a
shape.
different body. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, which basically made her one of the biggest blonde bimbettes in all of 80s movies. It's like, you don't know the difference between that guy and that guy. You
Yeah.
got an issue.
Oh God. We tried watching Crazy Stupid Love because we've been making our way through Ryan Gosling movies. And even that had not aged well. And that's
Mhm.
2010s.
Right? There's a lot of films that like 1980s, 1990s, early 2000s, like 2010 and 2000s,
I feel
between
like
that area.
romantic comedies especially are very
Are
of their
susceptible.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that they tend to not age well.
There's a reason there's not a lot of comedies in general anymore. They lean on action and horror films now. There's not a lot of comedies because comedy is very hard to nail down now because
Right. You need to have confidence in advance that the movie's going to make your money back.
it's
Well,
not
that
just
and
invest in
that.
it.
it's hard to tell what people will think is funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The line of funny versus offensive has gotten so narrow
Yes.
at this point that it's tough to gauge whether or not you're going to engage the audience and make them laugh or make them outright just venomous towards you.
Yeah.
Yep.
So just make trash like this.
I know.
Yeah.
No one can be offended by this movie because nobody knows what's happening.
Oh, I do know that the worst scene in the entire film is waiting for him to cut through the wall to get to the princess.
Oh, where he's like,
Using the glaive to kind of
yes.
cut through this glaive, who it took him probably a good 30 minutes worth of to get
Yeah.
through the wall, but somehow kills the beast in a shot.
It's a very thick wall.
But apparently not a very thick beast.
The beast should have made
All right.
himself armor of a wall.
Whatever.
Again, the beast is capable of trading an entire species' eye for the ability to see the future. And this guy shows up with a circular throwing knife.
Maybe they never had a second eye. They just made up this story
Or
about
you
the
think
beast.
it's well? Then how do they? I love how he brings down the tone. Like every time someone tries to engage the Cyclops in conversation, it is doom and gloom, no matter what it is. Like there's the part where they're talking about like, what would you wish for if you could wish for anything? And they're like, oh my god, I'd wish for a puppy. And then he's like, ignorance. He's that guy in the friend group that everyone else is having a good time, and you bring him in, and he always immediately just whoop, kills the mood.
Yeah.
Like that's him, and I fucking love that he's
Party
in this as a
pooper.
character. And he because he knows the minute he starts traveling with these people, his death is imminent. Which is another argument for he could have just not. He could have changed something at any point. Although maybe no matter what you do, it leads you
Yeah.
back to your death.
It's like a handful of characters knew they were going to die, and they did what they did anyway. Like, we need to sacrifice ourselves for the greater good of a child that we're not going to really provide you a whole lot of information on.
Does he even explain it? Does he even tell anybody? He's like, honestly, we got to do this because if I can put a baby in that, it's going to rule the universe. Like, are they sitting around
No,
the
it's
fire at night and they're like, why her? Can't you just get a different girl? Because like Liam Neeson has like 5 wives. He could be like,
Yeah.
you could just hit something different. And he's like, no, you don't understand. Whoever gets to have a baby with her, it's going to rule the universe.
I have the
So-
feeling that Colwyn is totally in this just for the girl,
Yeah.
but
it's-
Ynir is the only one who actually knows.
He's the only
that
one who's aware of the
Colwyn
stakes.
needs
Yeah.
to Colwyn needs to be the baby's mom, because if the beast is the baby's mom, then there goes the galaxy.
Dad.
But he knows that I can't tell Colwyn that because it will distract him.
Or what if we just change the movie a little bit, and the reason he doesn't tell anybody is because if they realize that it is anybody that has a child with that woman, and now it's just a free-for-all.
Yeah.
Like, they're all just killing each other to get to the mountain.
Poor Lissa. She's like, no, guys, stop. I don't even want kids. I don't want children.
It's like even the old man is like, you know what? The hell with you guys. I'm gonna die out in this swamp. But if I just go after her myself,
Yeah.
we can have
What
old man
happens?
babies.
What happens if she never has a kid?
Ooh.
Right.
Like, what happens if she eschews male attention altogether and is like, fuck all of y'all. No one gets a baby with me.
Right. But
Does
then that
the
would
universe go unruled? Who's currently ruling the universe?
That's the problem.
there is no ruler. It's a race to
but
get
the
to
only-
whoever births that
the-
ruler.
It's a power vacuum.
The only conflict is them trying to get to this woman to get somebody to rule the universe. Otherwise, there would be no conflict. If she just died, there'd be no war. Everybody
All
would
this
be
is a
at
plot
peace.
for a
Yeah.
bad porn movie is what this is.
It's-
Like, okay, everybody, it's a fight to the death for whoever gets to sleep with her and have a baby. That's it.
yeah,
It's all about having sex with her. Go.
go. This feels like a way for her to get everybody to kill themselves before they get to her.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's her power in the entire movie, knowing that all these men are basically offing themselves to get to her. She knows
I mean,
it.
it would make sense as to why she doesn't use her fire powers to defeat the beast. Because Colwyn shows up and she's like, "Oh, do you want the fire? I had it. It's been in my pocket. You want the fire?" And he's like, "Yeah, sure, babes, I'll take the fire."
Please understand that if any other man had come through that door, I'd also give them the fire.
Yes.
But, you just happen to show up, so here.
Yeah. So here, fire's yours. And he's like,
The
cool,
first
cool.
sperm to the egg.
Yeah.
I was kind of hoping for the Cyclops, but here.
Yeah. I mean, he was quite tall. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna lie. And he had that serious thing going on. The like, oh my God.
He was just frowning the entire movie.
Every bunch of people get crushed. He gets crushed. Doesn't Hagrid get crushed? Robbie Coltrane.
No, Hagrid gets shot in the stomach.
Oh, okay. Liam gets shot.
Several of them
I'm
get
just
shot.
trying-
A few of them get
It's
impaled.
carnage. The end is
Yep.
and you got to feel bad for all the dudes who had no lines. I like the guy that's drowning in quicksand, and he's like, "Don't save me, save the stuff," and he like takes the stuff and chucks it at them. Where he could just hold on to one side of the bag, they could have grabbed the other side of the
Right.
bag, and then they could have just
Right?
pulled
'Cause
him out.
he was able to throw the bag far enough, but it was still for Colwyn to reach it.
You realize
But it was
lifting
still
that bag
close
up and
enough for
throwing
him
it
to
only
hold
sunk
onto
you a
it
little bit
still.
further. You could have just taken my hand. We could have pulled you both out.
I
Yeah.
know. Just grab one end of the sack. I'll grab the other end of the sack, and then we'll pull you out.
But that would have been logical.
I know. Instead, they're like, "I can't reach his hand," and he did.
And how are you adventurers with no rope?
That is a
Amateur
very good point.
adventurers. Well, at the time, the ground was solid. It didn't turn into quicksand until later.
But you always have a rope.
Gonna need some rope.
Right. That's an important part of the gear.
I don't
Mhm.
know. I always enjoy this movie because it's just vibes. There's
Yeah.
no plot, just vibes.
There were no ferrets to save the guy either, which didn't
No.
help.
Yeah.
No, and no ferrets to die on
No
his
rope,
behalf.
no ferrets.
Yep.
Nothing. No dyed black tigers. No camels to punch.
No.
I
This
feel like this
is
had as much plot as the Conan movie we watched, the first one, where he's like, "I'm gonna go to the temple, and I'm gonna kill the temple guy,
Mm-hmm.
it just seemed
save
like a
the
lot of
world."
pointless action to get from point A to point B when really there was only 3 scenes in the entire movie that mattered at all.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. You don't watch this movie because it matters. You don't watch this movie because it makes sense. You don't watch this movie for the plot. You don't watch
Let's
this
just
movie
you
for
don't
the
watch this
actors.
movie. Let's leave it at that.
You watch
Uh,
this movie for the vibes, Chris.
The aesthetic.
For the aesthetic. I want to watch a man in umpire pants climb a mountain and then saw through a wall using his telekinetic knife powers, which he doesn't use at any other point in the movie.
It's the
Ever.
glaive that has the telekinesis.
Could he not have cut through this wall any other way besides glaive chainsaw?
I guess not. I mean, I guess you would have had to have one of those laser swords.
He would need imagination for
There's
that.
a couple. I mean, they could have stolen. There was like 100 laser swords lying about on the ground at the very beginning. He could have just picked up a couple.
Maybe
He does
only the
not.
glaive had the power to cut through what essentially seemed like a very pliable surface when it first trapped the princess.
Right, because it's like inflatable walls. I do like the Beast Castle. There's that scene where it's the eye and it zooms in and she's the people
Yes.
in the eye. Like there's a couple really cool scenes.
I think
They
the
don't make
entire film
sense.
could have just been them traversing the inside of this castle to get to the beast. You could have cut out a lot of that point A to point B stuff and just
This
got
could have been a music video. It could have been a really banging 5-minute long music video
Yes,
where
I could see that.
you clipped out all the cool scenes. You could have compressed the narrative into him chasing her through the castle. Include all the cool castle scenes, the cool beast scenes, and just make it some cool 80s hairband rock song.
oh, Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because they were well known for doing like I want to say sword and sorcery albums, like hair metal
Okay.
albums.
Yeah.
Make it a sequence of music videos of each song in the album, and then you could get like 45 minutes.
You don't even need 45. This movie's
I
not
mean-
45 minutes long if you take out all the chaff. It's 5 minutes long. I mean, it's a music video.
Yeah.
It's just a music video with filler.
I could see like maybe 30 minutes. I don't know if I'd sit through 45 minutes of just.
Well, like Thriller.
I already
Thriller was
sat
what?
through 2 hours worth of it. So
Mhm.
Thriller was what, 15 minutes? You could do 15 minutes.
yeah, well, I'm just saying if you're going to put out an entire album based off of the movie, like if the movie itself is an album, you'd want to go for like 30 to 45 minutes, have like a good like 7 to 15 songs, depending upon how
Yeah.
much you really want to get involved in this.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. See? It's already better.
That would have
Someone
been
needs to
better
just-
marketing anyway.
Yeah. Someone needs to just cut this down into a 15-minute compressed thriller style movie.
There you go. Halloween. Go ahead and pick this film up and make an entire album based off of this film and just kind of
sure the
modernize
rights-
it.
I'm sure you could talk somebody out of the rights. The rights for Near Dark are in the air right now. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
Yeah, the company that was distributing it went out of business, and so they're up for negotiations.
Mhm.
So you too could own Near Dark. You could own Krull. Do it yourself.
I don't
Or
know
at
if I
least
want
get-
to.
to produce.
You're
crawl
like, I don't know if
content.
I want to.
It already lost millions of dollars. You'd have to be real creative to get
Oh
anything
no,
out of it.
sandwich. You could get this
How
for a
did-
sandwich and a good story. Like you wouldn't need anything. It'd be fine. It'd be fine.
Okay, so I have the movie playing in the background here, and somehow I missed the initial transformation scene from human to basset hound.
Mm. Just-
That dissolve just.
yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, there's some good 80s effects in this.
Oh yeah.
The poor Cyclops guy who couldn't walk because he was blind, so he's always just standing stoically. I think he's walking like a couple of times.
Yeah.
Right.
But it completely covered his eyes. So he couldn't. There's the part where he has to shake somebody's hand. He just kind of holds it
He
out
throws
slow,
his
and they have
hand
to
out.
like grab it.
Please
Yep.
come here and. Right. Yes. So yeah, I see like the one scene where he's standing there and then he walks forward 5 feet,
Mhm.
Yeah.
possibly to get out of the way of the horses that are coming up behind him.
Yeah, that you could probably hear. You know how terrifying that would be? There's rampaging horses all around you, and you have to stand there
In a
blind.
blindfold.
Just
Yeah.
get the director, step forward 10 feet. That's all I'm asking. You're going to get run over. Just,
You're like, I don't know what you
I
mean. There's
can't see
rocks
where I'm going. Just
everywhere.
10 feet forward. There's nothing there to trip on. Go.
That would be so
Fine.
awful. I bet you that guy's been in other stuff. Has he? The guy who played the Cyclops?
It's entirely possible. Let's see.
He's
Now you
very
got me looking up
tall.
things while we're in the middle of this, but what
He's
else is there to
so
talk
Yeah.
about? So the
tall.
Cyclops was played by Bernard Bresslaw.
Mm.
Bernard Bresslaw. Let's see.
Who cuts his hair?
I don't like. I think the guy whoever cut Niles, not Niles. Why can't I remember Dr. Crane's first name? Buck. I know that it's
Nigel.
Kelsey Grammer,
Nigel?
but I can't remember his first friggin' name.
Is it
So-
Nigel? Nigel Crane?
Niles Crane is the brother.
Oh, okay.
Crap. Okay, so this guy was in a ton of stuff as well. He has kind of the same
Well, he wouldn't be
thing as our
recognizable.
good guy. Oh God, he was in Old Dracula, Carry On
Oh.
Dick, Men of Affairs, Carry On Girls. Oh, okay. Apparently, he's been in some things about carrying on shit.
Just
Carry On Board,
It's
Carry
weird.
On Matron. I feel like that might have been
Are
porn.
Are they porn? I was gonna say, is
Carry On Up the Jungle,
he
Carry On
a porn
Loving.
star? Is he a porn star?
I think he might have been a porn star. I am looking these up because
Is that before or after? Did he go on to be a porn star, or did they hire a porn star?
I don't think these are. You know what? I don't think these are porn movies. I think
Damn
they
it.
are movies. Okay, so it's a series of films that looks like British films that kind of in the vein of sort of like a Pink Panther kind of thing. Sir Sidney Rough Diamond. That's the main character, it seems, in most of these films. Sir Sidney Rough Diamond.
I mean, if it's the 70s, it could have still been porn.
I
even if
think it's
not.
one of those like tongue-in-cheek kind of. That's not necessarily porn, but it's a lot of British TNA and tongue-in-cheek humor.
Yeah.
So, farce, parody, satire, slapstick are the things that these are all kind of revolving around. So it's all about Sir Sidney Rough Diamond, and I don't want to know what his rough diamond actually is, but that seems to be what he is most well known for, as being a side character in those films. Not just
The Young
one side
Indiana Jones
character.
Chronicles. His character was very big man.
Very big man, or Ministry of Telephones.
Yes.
The fun thing is that no matter what film he happened to have been on in this Carry On series, he was something different in every one of them.
At 59.
Oh, wait.
He was young.
Yeah. And in 1993, which was the same year as his last credit.
Aww.
He was also in one of the animated versions of Asterix and Obelix.
Yeah, and he was the voice of Obelix.
Obelix.
I do not know those. Matt, you didn't say your favorite movie growing up.
It depends on what era of my childhood.
You had
Who
many
was
favorites,
I?
Probably Transformers the movie.
The animated movie.
Pure cinema.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, see, you guys are making me feel old.
It's the 40th anniversary of the Transformers animated movie this year.
Wow. That's like back when they no, I'm just thinking like back like around then they were trying to make a lot of those like 80s Saturday morning cartoons into feature-length films. They tried it with like G.I. Joe back then and Transformers. There's not a lot of films that translated to the big screen though.
Did you ever watch The Toys That Made Us?
Yes.
On Netflix?
Yes.
They talked about Transformers.
Transformers were a big one way back when.
Yeah. and how it was effectively to issue in a new series of toys because that's why they killed off a bunch of the original characters. Because then they
Now,
could release movie-themed toys.
the only thing that I'm requesting right now to complete an 80s fantasy going on in my head is they've done the Smurfs live action films.
Mm-hmm.
I need them to go back over it and get not just the Smurfs, but all the Smurf-esque things that popped up out of the Smurf, because you had the Smurfs, you had the sea Smurfs, the Snorks,
Mm-hmm.
and you had the Snorks of the, oh, sorry, the Smurfs of the trees, the Monchichis. I want them all in the same movie.
You cowards. Bring them all back.
Smurfs, the Snorks, and the Monchichis all in the same
Mm.
movie.
Mhm.
Yep.
Or like, to hell with the Care Bears, give me the Shirt Tails again. Do you guys know the Shirt Tails?
No.
Nope.
They were
I know the Care
essentially
Bears.
they were essentially Care Bears that lived in a tree, and the reason why they called them Shirt Tails is because all of their emotions and exclamations popped up on their shirts. So every
Oh.
time there was an exclamation of some point, it popped up on their shirt.
Tails like Tales.
I believe it was actually Tails as in Tails.
Oh.
Oh.
But
But it
yeah. I mean,
Okay.
it wasn't well played. I think it
as
was
long as we
short-lived,
don't
but
remake the Garbage Pail Kids, I will be fine with whatever we
Anything
choose
goes.
to do.
yeah. No, remake the Garbage Pail Kids, but do it better.
No. My God,
Do it
why?
better.
Could you do it better? I think making it better would just make it worse. Like, I think if they
Yeah.
were more realistic, it would be just as horrifying, but in a different way.
Like I said, I don't think that they went the right way with it. I don't think it should have been. Garbage Pail Kids were never meant to be a children's thing.
No.
It should not
Right.
be a children's thing. They should lean hard into what could be the horror movie aspect
Yes.
of having Garbage Pail Kids around.
I think they fit, marketability wise, they fit much better into a horror movie.
I mean, it was a horror movie. It just was an unintentional horror movie with
unintentional
like a
horror,
dash
yeah.
of pedophilia just to like spice it up.
Well, I don't think we need that dash.
I'm never not gonna bring it back to Garbage Pail Kids because you made me watch that trash movie. And
I
you
officially
know
have
what?
a new movie that I consider lower than Garbage Pail Kids, but
Oh no. Okay, well
do tell.
never to watch that. That's me.
okay. Oh well, we recently, I think you probably just saw it pop up too. We recently did a episode with Beverly, the woman that the author
Mm-hmm.
that we had on for several episodes. Now my brain is trying to tell me not to even mention the name of the movie because my brain cannot remember the name of the movie from 3 weeks ago.
For safety.
Yeah, it's already blocked it out for you.
For your
For
own
safety
well-being.
reasons. Okay, and now we've got Sex in the City playing in the background. If you could pause that, honey, just for a moment. Woo! All of a sudden, just Sex in the City pops up in the background.
You're like, wait, what?
So,
like stop doing it in my headset.
Commentary from left field because my wife accidentally like unplugged her headset.
Well,
So that
probably
was Shark
because the battery
Exorcist.
could have died.
Yeah.
Shark? Did they exorcise a shark or did a shark possess somebody?
It was a possessed shark that
Okay.
possessed other people,
Okay.
and there was a priest who tried to exorcise it. Even though the priest was technically not effective in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
And all I can remember is just reaching out to one actress from the film because I wanted to see some of the other work that she had done.
I think we talked
'Cause
about this.
She was the best actress in the worst film that I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And so this is now officially, to me personally, lower than the Garbage Pail Kids on my rung of things that I never want to see again.
Was it as
Okay.
horrifying though?
I
Were
wouldn't.
there
Okay,
weird nightmare children who were rubbing snot all over things?
I think it was a mixture of bad CGI and a bunch of actors that some of them were trying to put in a performance while others were just there like, I remember the lines, blah, 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 you know.
Yeah.
And then one actress that really did, I thought, a decent job, but it turns out she did a decent job because that's basically her career. She is a professional, like, independent wrestler in Canada. So she's used to putting out exuberant performances because that's kind of half the job.
Yeah.
So that's why I asked, hey, what other things have you done? Because I don't want to have this be the only thing that I've ever seen you in. Like you were the best actress in the worst film I've ever seen. How do I say that to you? Uh,
Because, I mean, there's like, we've watched movies that are worse than Garbage Pail Kids, but Garbage Pail Kids was horrifying on its own unique level.
Yeah.
Like, it was unsettlingly bad, as opposed to some of the Christmas themed vampire movies that you have watched with us, which were just bad.
Yeah.
this is what if you took a sci-fi shark film, like from the Sci-Fi Channel, a shark film from the Sci-Fi Channel, stripped away what little budget they give to those, and then just find your best friends to go and act in the film.
Okay. Yeah. So similar to the last sleigh ride.
Yeah, but The
Yeah.
Last Slave Ride had entertaining moments.
Okay. So it was just a bad movie.
That's what I'm saying. Like I said, it
Yeah.
lower. I don't like Garbage Pail Kids. Don't get me wrong, but I would probably watch Garbage Pail Kids again just because of how
Got
horrifyingly
ya.
bad it is over watching this again.
Okay. I get
So
it.
yeah, Shark Exorcist, no. But then
No.
I was also told that she said that Jurassic Shark was the worst film up until she saw this film. So now I have this thing in my head where I'm like, okay, well now I'm going to have to watch that movie and then have you back on so we can talk about which one was the worst, which also forces me to watch this film again.
You
Oh,
don't have to
no.
watch it again. I'm sure it lingered.
I've seen it enough to remember a
Yeah.
good portion
See,
of
you
why it
remember
was
and
so
it's
bad.
fine. Like, we watched Krull, but I definitely fast forward through parts of Krull because I've
Yeah.
seen Krull. I can't even
So
tell
many
you the
times.
number of times I've seen Krull. So, like, I didn't need to review the whole thing. I just needed to hit the highlights and then the whole movie popped back into my head and I was like, cool,
Mhm.
got it. We're good. Yeah.
Are there any other bad moments in Krull that you can think of off the top of your head that just kind of stick out?
Bad moment. No, Krull is a masterpiece. A boring masterpiece.
Don't bullshit me. I know there was some bad stuff in there.
The only parts that I like skip through are the parts that are really unnecessarily long. Like when they first meet the seer and we're just watching the bad guys steal his emeralds.
Mhm.
There's no point to that because they're immediately rocks and we just chuck them. And then there's parts later. I know as a kid, I was horrified by all of the changelings, like the guy that's the seer but not the seer, and the girl that's
Mm.
not the girl.
See, I think one of the worst parts in this film is how we suddenly end up with women in the middle of the woods.
Oh, yeah. No, they pop up and they're like, "We'll cook for you." And they're like, "Hell yeah, you're gonna cook for us." God, we've been
But
hungry. None of us, we got little arms. We don't know how to cook. And they're like, "Thank you for saving us, random women who are all married to Liam Neeson."
I
Well, this is not suspicious at all. We're not on the run from a creature that can create beings that can look like other people.
but they weren't part of the party to begin with, were they?
No,
Like, were they
no,
traveling
they just
along with them? They
show
just
up.
randomly show up in the
I
woods?
mean, if you're gonna go plot holes, that's this entire fucking movie. Like,
Like,
they're just traveling, and all of a sudden, a wizard flies out of nowhere and lands near them. And by the way, he's totally ineffective. He doesn't drive the plot in any way. He
Mm-mm.
just tags along until the very end, where he turns into a tiger. And then I don't think he even does anything except get people to run away from him as a tiger.
Yeah.
yeah, these
So he,
guys who have been mowing these people down with laser swords
yeah, run away from a
suddenly
tiger.
run away because of the
Mhm.
tiger.
Right. And
Oh no, what is this?
inexplicably, they take the child into the castle with them. They could have left the wizard and the child behind. They didn't need to get on the fire mares and go with them
Right?
because the kid's like buddy, his dad died, effectively, his grandpa died. And you leave him with the guy who can only turn himself into harmless animals. And you're
Right.
like,
That's perfect for watching a child.
he'll be fine.
Right? He's the most suited.
They're very fortunate he doesn't die because he just disappears after the guy turns into a tiger. I don't think we ever see him again. And then when the castle disappears, he's just in the grass with everybody. And he's like,
Mhm.
guys, I'm alive. And they're like, wow, we really
That
forgot you
means we
existed.
won, right?
We really forgot you existed. That's crazy. Wow. I'm so glad you're fine. And then they're in that room with the spikes.
Yeah.
And I think the younger guy dies. The guy that volunteers to go first, which I always thought was the
Mhm.
shittiest part because he's the one who's like, "I'll go with you."
The room with
At
the
the very
spikes
beginning.
is the younger guy and the dumbass who couldn't leave the knife behind, the dagger behind.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
even the other what I can't remember his damn name.
And only that one guy survives. Only
Torquil.
the
Is it
leader of the
Torquil? No.
Yeah. Torquil, I think. He's the only one who survives
The leader basically there
of the
Mhm.
plucky bandit.
of the plucky
Group.
bandits. He basically was like, no. Don't go after the dagger. You're going to die. But I need my dagger, and dead.
Yeah. Yeah. I
This is
don't know
how
why
little of
we
the
had to
movie, mind you, I've committed to memory. Like, I'm trying to find their names. I remember Colwyn. I remember Lissa. The other names, I'm just like, do I have to commit this to memory?
No, I don't
No.
remember
Let's
them.
accidentally watch Beastmaster again this morning and think that it's Krull.
Not even realize it's a different movie.
Like,
It's the
that's how
same.
much I was like, I guess not invested in Krull. Like, it was
It's just
ridiculous, but
it's Colwyn with less clothing. It's fine.
Yeah.
They're the same character. If you just took all of Colwyn's clothes off and gave him underwear, it'd be Beastmaster.
it's like, it's Krull, yeah, with more clothes. A lot more clothes.
Do you think it's the same tiger?
Oh, yeah, without any paint on him.
Mm.
That's why they were afraid of him. No, this tiger used to be black. Where'd the color go?
Where'd the color go? Because, I mean, how many working trained tigers were there in Hollywood in the 80s?
That's a good point.
Yeah, didn't the last one, though, like, almost kill somebody on the Beastmaster set?
It
Yes,
attacked
yeah,
several
that
people.
doesn't mean that they didn't hire him again. I mean, if you need a
It's-
tiger, you
It's
need a
hard
tiger.
to train a tiger.
How about trained bears?
There was only one trained bear, too, because that one's also in Beastmaster.
Yeah.
But he only ever turns into a beagle, a goose. A ball of light? He travels as a ball of light? We never bring that back. He's just like, should have taken a left at Albuquerque. And then he ends up traveling with them for like...
Because he can't go back. He can't turn
He's
back
like,
into a ball light.
1,000 miles off course.
It's
well,
like he
anyway...
doesn't fully have control over it either.
No. No,
Like
and he has to pull out his like sheath of papers every single time
Mm-hmm.
to check and see how to do the thing.
Yeah.
But how does he gather up the paperwork afterwards?
I don't know. He reads it as a goose because it's all wet because he lands in the water.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's dry again and he's reading it as a goose because that's how he turns back into a person. Because he then has to read the spell to turn himself back into a person. He doesn't have that committed to memory either.
That seems
He's not a
like
very
an important
good
one
wizard.
to commit to memory.
He's not a good wizard, which is why it's like, what is his, he doesn't have, no one really has a purpose. They just follow Colwyn so they can die to prove the situation is serious.
Mhm.
I feel like our wizard could be defeated by a good breeze. Like
You
something
could-
that would just
Yeah.
blow the paperwork away so
Yeah,
that
if
he
you just
couldn't
took his
transform
papers
back.
away, but even then, you should let him keep the papers because he's going to turn himself into something stupid like a goose. And then you just kill the goose and you're done. Like he's more
if you
deadly
want
as
to-
a person.
If you want to make the party less effective, then you just keep him alive.
Yeah.
Because removing him from the party would increase the party's effectiveness.
Mm-hmm.
I think that might be the point, actually.
I think
Yeah.
the only person who actually does anything to affect the outcome of the movie is the Cyclops. And it's
Mhm.
because he holds the door open and then dies. Everyone else just runs around and gets into shenanigans in the castle. That is all they do. They do not find Lissa. He finds Lissa immediately. Everyone else finds traps.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
mean,
don't know
there's
how.
really no point to anybody but Colwyn and the Cyclops. It could have just been them traveling
And it's the
to
same
the
movie.
castle.
Yeah, because and then they're in a completely different castle than Colwyn because they're all in these tiny little rooms and moving hallways, and he's in like caverns with waterfalls and bridges and shit.
But then you wouldn't have all the merry men just dying all over the place dramatically.
They're literally there to make the movie 2 hours long.
Yeah, Cole went through the main door, and they're all going through the hamster tubes.
Yeah, it's exactly what it's like. It's like that movie. What was that movie where they make a spaceship out of a tilt-a-whirl?
I have no idea.
Is it coming to you, Matthew? It's got River Phoenix.
Oh.
The
I know what
Explorers.
movie you're talking about. The Explorers?
Explorers, yes.
Yeah.
And then they end up in
All
that.
you had to do was
in
say
that-
River Phoenix.
And they end up in that spaceship. And the spaceship is exactly the same, where it's just a series of rooms.
Mm-hmm.
And each room is themed by how it will fuck with you. And
Yeah.
it turns out it's those aliens that like to watch TV. And they just want someone to watch TV with them. And like,
This seems to be the plot of a few movies that I've watched. It's like, I like
I mean,
watching
it's
your
the
American
80s.
television.
The 80s was like, what if every single bad guy just had a series of escape rooms?
Well, yeah, that's
'Cause that's what bad guys are doing.
'Cause that's what bad guys are all about. And then they made Nothing But Trouble, and everyone was like, okay, done with that. That was weird. Too far. Gone too far.
Mom and Dad Save the Universe.
Oh, Mom and Dad Save the World. I
Save the
do
World,
like that
yes,
one.
sorry. Old Terry Garr
Yes.
film.
Yes. I love how everyone in that movie thinks the movie's serious. Including Kathy Ireland, who's inexplicably in it. And she's like, we're disguised like birds. My
I've
favorite
seen
part of that whole movie, the only point to watch that movie is the grenade. And all you have to do is not pick up the grenade. This is actually a very good, it could have worked in Krull. I think you could have killed everyone in Krull with this grenade.
Yeah.
Because all you have to do is don't pick it up. But it says on it, pick me up. And so
Yeah.
they pick it up.
And so they just keep picking it up.
It's a light grenade. That's what it's called. And they pick it up, they disappear, and it lands, and they're like, God damn it. And then the next guy's like, dupe, and he picks it up. And then you come back, and it's just a sea of empty clothing because everybody's picked
That's
it
such
up.
a
Everybody picked up the
slapstick
damn thing.
moment.
It could have worked in Krull. I think it would have worked just
Mhm.
fine. One of the women could have brought it, and they could have been like, guys, look what I found. And they'd all been like, woo. And no matter who picked it up, they would have all
I forgot
just
she was
kept
in that
picking it up.
movie. I've seen all of one other Kathy Ireland movie, and it was not good. And she was the main character.
Isn't she in Naked Gun? She's in one of the parody movies with Leslie Nielsen.
I don't know if it was Naked Gun. I would have to
'Cause
go
she
look
has-
that up. That would mean I
she
would
has
have
a
to
mole.
actively look up her repertoire, and I don't know if I want
Oh,
to.
wasn't that in
Oh, that's Hot Shots Part 2.
Hot Shots? Yeah.
Yeah, where she takes her lucky mole off,
hmm
gives it to him. And then later he has it in a ring case, and he's like, I still have your lucky mole. Those movies, I have a soft spot for those stupid late 90s, early 2000s parody movies. Hot Shots Part 2 is peak cinema.
Yeah.
You can't convince me that defeating, I think it's Saddam Hussein. I think they
Yes.
freeze him
Yeah.
and they shatter him, and then he comes back together like Terminator, but with his dog. And so then he's part dog, part Saddam Hussein. Defeat him.
It was a really good parody. I don't know if you've seen it. I think it's called Surf. I'm looking it up right now. Surf Part 2. End of the trilogy.
I mean, a
I'm
good
looking it up.
parody is a good parody.
It's like Surf 2, the end of the trilogy. Yeah, Surf 2, the end of the trilogy. And there was no Surf 1.
Or
It was
3.
just a joke. There's no 3, there's no 1. It was just a joke all the way through. All right. Anything else that we feel needs to
I
be
feel like
brought up about
we've-
Krull?
We've talked about Krull as much as Krull deserved to be talked about.
Mhm.
It was an interesting foray into like how far can we push fantasy into sci-fi?
hmm
And I think everyone realized that it didn't work, and then we never had to do it again.
I would love to bring this film back for a sequel with how the lead actors look right now.
If you remake this movie,
Oh.
who's in it?
I don't want a remake. I literally
No,
want
no.
a direct sequel.
Yes, I know, but with
Because
this,
Kenneth Marshall is bald now.
yes, with the and half of them are dead.
Did Lysette Anthony die? She's still around, isn't she?
I think so. I don't think she's been in anything else. But like, if you remade this movie, what if you remade this movie, but Henry Cavill is the main guy? He could be 42. It's fine. Doesn't matter. Fine.
You would
He could
have
be
to
really
have
old.
somebody equally pretty and naively vacant behind the eyes.
Mm.
Henry Cavill works, but this guy was not built.
Chalamet.
He was not
Timothy
built at all. Timothy, that would actually work. I think that would work.
Chalamet is like, and every woman is just like, but I fell in love with you the moment I met you. And you're like, did you? And then you need somebody completely off the wall to be the female, the like lead lady.
Timothy. Oh, jeez.
Who could you get to be the lead person? Somebody that you would never believe Timothy Chalamet would be with. That's who you need.
Right, because these two didn't really feel like they belonged together even remotely.
No, because they're only in 2 scenes together in the whole movie.
Mm-hmm.
Like Timothy Chalamet and have like Margot Robbie on the other end, you know? Just
Yes,
no
somebody who could
reason for
totally
these two to be
outact him,
together at
and
all,
then
but for some reason she's fawning over him.
dub her for no reason. Just dub Margot Robbie with some different voice, even though everyone knows what she sounds like. It doesn't matter. And then for the
or let her use her Australian accent.
Yes.
Right? Just
And then you bring back the original cast as the plucky outlaws.
right.
Yeah.
I feel like we
Ken
take it that
Marshall is
other way
Corporal.
though. Make it so that at this point in this movie,
Liam Neeson reprises his role.
with all the wives and everything. But in this
Somehow
movie,
he
everybody
survived.
knows that whoever sleeps with her has the son that basically becomes the king of the universe. So it's a free for all the entire film. It becomes like a
Yes.
battle royal kind of film.
Yes. It's just Margot Robbie going full what's the character she plays in where she's
Harley
the
Quinn?
superhero? Harley Quinn. Going full
Yeah.
Harley Quinn and just beating like I was gonna say beating men off. That's not what I meant. Keeping men away from her the entire time. I think this movie could be
Very
batshit.
entertaining. You could
Yes,
make
yeah,
like a
with just
sequel that is also essentially a parody of the original.
yes,
Or
correct, yeah.
or I should say a remake that is a parody of the original.
Just call it
Yeah.
Krulls.
Krulls. The recrolling. Or he could do the Blave, and it could
I would-
be also a reference to the
I would
Princess
still
Bride, where he's
bring-
like, he clearly said to Blave.
I would still bring back Kenneth Marshall as the original Colwyn.
As the old man.
Somehow
Yes.
realizing that the original Lisette is not the one that birthed the king of the universe or whatever, the king of the galaxy.
Yes.
No, this was
yeah.
this is the prophecy, not this. And
What
it just
are the
continues.
odds the Beast is somebody's like really annoying son, and they set up this whole planet prophecy thing to keep him busy? Where they're like, "Oh God, did you hear over there? If you have that lady's baby, you get to rule the universe." And he's like, "What, Dad? That's crazy." And he's like, "Yeah, go over there, son. Have a good time."
It's like a video game reset for the Beast. Every time they kill him, it just
Mhm.
sends him back to his home planet.
Yes.
What happened? You died again? Go back.
Go back. Did you not save? You're supposed to save before the final battle. That's how it works.
But Dad, I keep dying.
You
Just
only have
go
to win
back.
once.
You gotta just win once. You'll be fine. I never win though. I always die.
His only lure is like, I could give you a crown and a golden capey thing. And she's like, no. And he's like, do you want the crown?
Fancy
No?
clothes and jewelry.
I give you fancy clothes.
I know that I look like this now, but I could pull human skin onto myself. Come on, look.
He's like, I could be a dude. And then he tries to be, he should be hotter than Colwyn. Like, why try to be Colwyn? Be like Colwyn, but better. He should have approached her as
Weird.
Colin from the beginning instead of being like, you see these teeth? I don't have lips. You like them? I got nothing. There's that part where we like, because we do a lot of smoky reveals of the Beast before we actually see the Beast.
Yeah.
And there's the part where you see his eye and then his teeth appear, but his teeth are like above his eye. I always was like, what are you? But then when you finally see him, he doesn't look like that at all. In fact, this movie would be infinitely better if somebody cut out every moment where you actually saw the Beast, because he's so stupid looking. It's a man in a suit, and it looks like a man in a suit with like a fog machine. Like that's all it looks like. And by the time you see him, you're like, really? That's what we're fighting? Okay.
That but big.
Yeah.
It's not as terrifying as I thought it would be. Burn it with fire, you know.
I know. And he's like, hey, wait a minute. I'm capable of manipulating space time. And then he just dies. He dies of a stab wound.
Because I mean that might be
and
the
fire.
only I would say that maybe he's vulnerable the entire time. His manipulation of space time is the only thing that keeps him protected.
And the glaive is magical. I keep forgetting that. It's a mystical weapon. So
I mean, it can cut through inflatable walls in 30 minutes.
Mm-hmm. I want to know what that was made out of because every time I buy an inflatable for the kids, it pops immediately. Can we market whatever that was? 'Cause I would prefer it.
You can just sit here and just cut at this thing for like 30 minutes solid and
Mhm.
nothing. So yeah, you
Nothing.
turn that into a bouncy house. That's all I ask.
Yeah, come on,
Mhm.
guys. There's a market for that. His entire castle is just a bouncy castle.
It basically is, yeah.
Somebody just turns off the fan outside.
Mhm.
Guys, we could have done this the whole time.
A bouncy castle with booby traps, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
All right. I think we're good.
we're
We've
drawing this
done
out
it.
longer than it needs
We
to be
did.
drawn out.
It was good. I was so excited.
It
And what do
was.
we do next? What are we watching next?
We're watching Fire and Ice next.
Yes.
Ooh, finally.
Fire and Ice, which is
Ooh, finally.
Well, we started watching it
Animated naked people.
like a couple months ago.
Yeah.
I think
I
I
think
think
on
we started
accident.
watching it. I started watching it too, and then we decided to kind of draw this out a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, what if we
Yep.
just
Well,
fill in a
it's
bunch of stuff around it?
well, it's because you got to get run up to the like rotoscoped naked people on an adventure. Like her tiny little triangle bathing suit deserved some lead up.
Mhm.
Yeah, and it's not unsimilar to or dissimilar to a lot of the outfits we've seen in some of these films already.
Yeah, I know. I mean, we're basically been watching like as close as they could get to porn without it actually being porn.
Mhm.
It just takes
So,
one slight plot twist to turn it into porn,
yeah.
or one
Mhm.
I guess omission of dialogue.
And we even had an orgy room. Come on. And now we're going to get
Well, you
animated.
need it
Yeah,
in an
we
Arnold
had to
Schwarzenegger
Conan
movie.
before we could Fire and Ice.
Yeah, we had to Conan. Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, technically you had to Beastmaster before you could Fire and Ice because
That's
Beastmaster and
true.
Fire,
Yeah.
the clothing line anyway is a little bit more similar between the two of
That's
those.
true.
Uh, a lot less blatant nudity, I think, in Fire and Ice. I don't think there's a lot of nudity in that film. There's just a lot of implied
Yeah.
nudity. So that'll be interesting. All right. I'm trying to decide whether I'm excited because the last two movies I was decidedly not that excited to watch. I would say
Yeah, it's weird.
Beastmaster I
Like
wasn't heavily excited about.
you'd think because this was such a genre, it would have been a thing that people like they would have been good. But it's like they
Mhm.
keep doing it's like stubbing your toe on the same piece of furniture over and over again. You're like, "Oh, god damn it."
I think at the time that they came out, before they absolutely just drowned the independent markets and uh, major studios with all sorts of different films like this, it was more unique and it felt a little bit, easier to watch. But now, watching it now when they've overdone everything to do with it, it's a little bit of a tedious watch in some areas.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's fair. It's because it's ubiquitous for us and it would have
Yeah.
felt novel for them.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
those are the more intelligent words to use for that.
You got there. You just used different phrasing.
Mhm.
I went way around though. Like I used a half a speech to get there, and you got there in 2 words. All right. So that being said, what would you rate this particular film on a scale of 1
I
to 10?
I think it's a solid neutral 5. I didn't hate it. I don't love it. Every time Krull is on, I'm probably going to watch it, but I will phase in and out because there are some really boring parts and there's some parts that are still boring, but entertainingly boring. So,
Okay.
like, it's a
Solid
Yeah.
5.
real straight down the middle 5.
I'll give it a 6. I think I find it a little more entertaining,
All right.
but I have not seen it as many times as Rachel.
I could probably quote this movie.
Yeah.
I mean, there's only 4 lines of dialogue, and
Right.
half of them are so.
So, given that I have no emotional investment in this film, that this was literally the first few times that I've watched this film, I would probably give it I'm going right between the both of you, 5.5. It is not the worst sword and sorcery film that I've ever seen, honestly.
Mhm.
I don't know that I would watch this again without a few people sitting with me and a couple of drinks.
Mhm.
This is not like something I'm going to watch by myself again.
Right.
but I'm not disappointed having watched it. I'm not going to rate it like, bottom of the barrel. It's right there in the middle. So like a 5.5 at best.
I think
Uh,
that's all fair.
Yeah.
So and that's we all kind of ranked it a little bit below the average rating on IMDb of 6.1.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I never want to sit and watch. I'm never like, ooh, I want to watch Krull.
it
But
just
if it's
happens.
on and I'm in the vicinity, I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't need
I
to
can watch
change this.
Krull.
We can just let it play.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess 6.1 is kind of generous based off of how I feel about it anyway.
Well, there's always going to be those couple people that are like, you just don't understand the metaphors.
This is an absolute masterpiece. 3,100 people on IMDb have rated this a 10.
I bet
On
if
the
you talk to each and every one of them, they've seen it once.
on the other end, 835 people have rated it a 1.
Well, see, there you go. That's
So
how you get a 6.
right, that's how you get a 6. Well, you get a 6 because literally 9.5 thousand people rated it a 6.
That's
So
how you get the
yeah.
0.1 then. Drags it upwards.
you get all those people like directly in the middle. Yeah, I'm looking for user
I'm
reviews.
shocked it
too.
has that many reviews.
Yeah.
It's got quite a few reviews. It was in the
Yeah.
thousands. Only 260 people have gone so far as to write a review about it though. Like there are very few people that were passionate enough to say, I liked this movie. It was a 6 and here's why.
Yeah.
It seems to be actually the 7s. The guys that rated it a 7 are the ones that really were passionate about writing something about it.
Okay.
So
I think of those as like the IMDb bloggers. Those people that write like paragraphs and paragraphs of reviews on IMDb. Like they're going to become some sort of review influencer just by leaving IMDb reviews.
I think my favorite one is right here. It's a 4-star review. I screamed several times at the screen.
Stop. Turn it off.
I count myself a great fan of classic fantasy movies. Usually they're cheesy B-movie trash, and even those I can bring myself to like. Krull is a struggle for me to watch. I don't know if I can truly recommend it. I'll back off a bit and explain myself. And I don't want to reason why he explained himself. I don't.
No.
I just know that he
No.
screamed at this.
Yeah. See, that's an IMDb blogger right there. In my mind, that's how I classify them. Especially when they lead it with, I'm actually really good at liking movies. So let me break this down for you.
A lot of these people that review things on IMDb too don't necessarily. I think that they would be more beneficial to get into this space, like the podcasting space,
Right. Yeah.
because they just pop up to say this movie sucked and here's why, and then they disappear.
Yeah.
So, all right. So why don't you go ahead and tell our listeners, viewers, and whatnot where they can find your podcast and what you're up to right now.
We're still on break from Babylon 5, but we're hoping to restart that very soon. And we are slogging through Dune. We're like 2 months behind because Dune is such a hard read.
The last two books.
The last 2
especially,
books.
Yeah.
And once we get done with those, I think we're going to switch to movies for a little bit just to give ourselves a mental break from having to go through all that. And also to maybe catch up some because we are so far behind on everything. And I think that's pretty much what we've got going on right now.
Okay. And
Just the creator struggle of like, I gotta make stuff, but like, ooh,
I've kind of
hard
been
to
in
make
that
stuff right now.
mental space. I'm trying to find a few people to watch a film that nobody seems to want to watch. So that's what one of the next films that I personally want to do just specifically for the podcast. I have moved careers, so my 9 to 5 job is now pest control. And I don't know if my company wants to be associated with whatever we do on this podcast. So I'm not going to mention them right now. But that being said, because pest control has become my career at this point, I wanted to do Joe's Apartment,
Oh.
an entire film about Jerry O'Connell living with singing cockroaches
Yes,
that
sentient singing
basically saved the
cockroaches.
day.
Yeah.
That is what I want to watch next. That is what I want to review with some people. And I think it would be a fun watch because my friend, Farah, who I asked to originally do that episode, she said, I tried to watch it a few times and I hate cockroaches so much I almost threw up.
Wow. Okay. I mean, they're like in a movie though.
They're singing animated cockroaches. I get
Yeah.
that you don't like cockroaches. I don't either. But it's a fun movie to watch. It's so stupid,
Mhm.
it's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what most MTV generated movies were, just so stupid they were funny.
Mhm.
So that's one of the films I want to get done next for the podcast. And then we have a couple of other films that we're looking at trying to do. I think it will be called Thrust. We have a woman that we're going to sit down with that's going to try to become a mainstay on the podcast from the UK. Her first film for the podcast is going to be Eraserhead.
Oh, nice. Wow.
Uh, so that's an open invitation if you guys would like to join us for that
We will see.
interesting trash. But that is a movie that would need to be done like at this time of day because she's like 5 hours separate from us.
Yes. Yeah.
Probably
Yep.
6 hours for you guys. I believe Michigan is still like 1 hour over, if I'm not mistaken, right?
No, we're
No,
your
we're
time.
Eastern time zone.
Are you still Eastern time zone? Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Why did I think that you were like
We're
one?
almost there.
It
We're like on the
veers.
line.
Yeah, the hour line veers west to
Oh,
include the whole of the Upper Peninsula.
nice. Okay, well
Mhm.
then I did not know that, and I'm
So the
glad to
sun
know that
sets
I'm
at like
not
10.
like dragging you out of bed too early to sit down and record with us.
No.
Nope.
Nope.
So, I mean, you guys have basically like become like a sister podcast to the. Anyway, you're
I
on
know
so
we're on
often.
I know. It's fun. We
Like we're
like
just
to talk
yeah.
about
we're
movies.
working in the same universe here for the most part.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, so you can find our podcast on YouTube, Spotify, wherever you find podcasts. We're also out there on Instagram, X. I try to say X, but it's Twitter. We all know it's
Yeah, just
Twitter.
call it Twitter. Everybody
Yeah.
still calls it Twitter.
Well, because I'd rather say that I'm tweeting rather than excreting. You know, I don't like the other.
Mm,
You
I
know,
hadn't heard that one. That's a good one.
That's a good one. Yeah.
so it's better. It's a better feel to say that you're tweeting out something rather than you're excreting something. So,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
but if you really go and look at a lot of the stuff that's on X right now, it's just a bunch of excretion.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's why
So
we're not on there.
I'm on there because there's a group that I'm trying to physically work with for a little bit of self promotion and maybe to get a few people kind of over onto our podcast. Some podcasts that I actually kind of respect. Like if you guys get a chance to look up the Stupid History Minute, it is
Mm.
literally a guy that comes up with something to talk about for a minute every single day. And it's like the
Wow.
history of some specific object, thing, movie, book, whatever. And he's been doing it for the past few years without fail. And sometimes he'll even bring other podcasters on to fill in for a month.
Mm.
Wow.
So he'll take a month off and have other podcasters do the work for him. So
Interesting.
I have not tried to get onto that because I don't know if I really.
Yeah, that's a lot actually.
You got to talk. You got to talk at a rapid pace and not trip over your tongue.
Mhm.
And I trip
Yeah.
over my tongue a lot, like a lot. So
That'd be hard.
it would be a little
Yeah.
rough. But that's going to be my podcast recommendation for today. Outside of the Strange and Beautiful Book Club podcast, go ahead and listen to the Stupid History Minute. It literally takes
A
60
minute.
seconds of your day to listen to an episode of their podcast, which is convenient, especially if you want to binge a lot of it.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So on behalf of myself, Matt and Rachel, thank you for listening to the podcast today, and let's get the fucking glaive out of here.
Bye.
Bye.